Ad, Thamud, the Romans, the Egyptians, the early ones. During the time of Pharaoh, during the time of Caesar, so many. متعنا هؤلاء وآباءهم. We let them live. We let them enjoy life. Meaning we didn't take them away at an early age or at an early stage. Rather, we let them live. متعنا هؤلاء. We let them and their fathers. متعنا هؤلاء وآباءهم. We let them live حتى طال عليهم العمر, to the point that they lived a long life. These nations lived a long life. They existed for a long time. 100 years, 200 years, 500 years, 600 years. There were civilizations that lived for a long time. But no matter how long a civilization wants to live, wants to exist, at the end, they will perish. The entire civilization perishes. I'm sure some of you have traveled, especially to ancient ruins. If you've been to countries with ancient ruins, what were those ruins? Ruins for civilizations, especially the Roman civilization. They have ruins everywhere. An entire civilization that was wiped out. The entire civilization gone. None of it remains. No matter how long they lived, they're gone. That civilization ended. Their ruins remain. The ruins, they remain. Their homes, their coliseum, their stadiums, their streets, they remain. But these civilizations go. أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ, do they not see أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْض, that we approach earth, or we come to earth? Here some mufassirin say, the verse is trying to say نَأْتِي أَهْلَ الْأَرْض, we come to the people of earth, not to earth. Of course, Allah doesn't approach anyone. Humans approach, animals approach. Allah doesn't approach the earth. Allah approaches humans. Okay, and then what? إِنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا, we decrease it from its sides. What does that mean? We decrease the earth from its sides. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها. I apologize for the technical difficulties that we're having. We had an issue with the microphone and now we're back live. أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ. Here scholars say that the Quran is using a metaphor, metaphoric. Allah does not come to earth. Allah does not have a body to come to earth. Allah is saying that we will come to humans and take them away. وَنَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا. We will begin to decrease the earth's population. أَفَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ أَفَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ. What is the Quran trying to say in this verse? The Quran is speaking to different civilizations. No matter how strong a civilization can be, no matter how strong and powerful a nation can be, the Quran is saying, go and look at their ruins. Some of them were mightier than you. Some of them were stronger than you. Go and see their buildings, their ancient ruins, their homes. Where are they now? No matter how long they lived, there's an expiration date. Humans also have an expiration date. They have to لكل أمة أجل فإذا جاء أجلهم لا يستقدمون ساعة ولا يستأخرون. Every ummah, every nation, every civilization has an expiration date. أجل, time of departure. فإذا جاء أجلهم لا يستقدمون ساعة ولا يستأخرون. If it's time for them to leave, they will not wait a second. Their departure date will not be brought forward, nor will it be pushed back, nor will it be delayed. They have to leave. The biggest civilizations, they left. What is remaining of them? The pharaohs, the Caesars, the Tsars, the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Romans, the ancient Persians. Here in Iraq, ancient Mesopotamia, how many civilizations? How many kings? How many emperors? How much did they destroy? How much did they bring destruction and corruption on earth? Where are they now? They're all gone. What is remaining of them is their ruins. قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah, one of the reasons why Allah tells us to walk on earth and travel on earth is to see the ruins of other civilizations, for it to be a lesson for us. Sometimes human beings are arrogant. Sometimes civilizations become arrogant. An entire civilization becomes arrogant. They think they're all powerful because of their economy, because of their military, because of their army, the weapons they have. They're powerful. Nothing can harm them. We saw throughout history, and even in recent history, Soviet Union was wiped out. We saw the Ottoman Empire 100 years ago, destroyed, completely divided. So humans go, civilizations also go. Thus, we shouldn't be arrogant. We shouldn't be proud. Because civilizations today that feel proud, that bring destruction to other countries, especially poor countries, they shouldn't be proud. They shouldn't feel arrogant. They shouldn't think that they're untouchable. Nothing can happen to them. No. As humans go, civilizations also go. There are some that think they're invincible. They're untouchable. أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا. So one meaning, according to some mufassirin, is, and this is found in Tafsir al-Mizan and Tafsir al-Amthal, is that do they not see that we will come to the people of earth and reduce them, decrease the number, decrease the civilizations, the the nations, one nation. Before Ramadan, maybe several weeks before Ramadan, maybe two months ago, my family and I, we went to Al-Hilla, here, a city in Iraq, Al-Hilla. It's known for its ancient ruins. Al-Hilla is known for its scholars. Al-Allam al-Hilli, Al-Muhaqqiq al-Hilli, Ibn Idris al-Hilli, Ibn Dawood al-Hilli, Ibn Tawus, the family of Tawus, Sayyid Ahmad, Sayyid Ali. These are all from Hilla. And one day, the Islamic seminary, its headquarters was in Hilla. It was in Baghdad, then in Najaf. At some point it was here in Karbala. And today, alhamdulillah, we have a hawza in Karbala. There's several schools, many scholars now in Karbala. One day the hawza was in Hilla. Hilla had another name, Babylon, Babil. Its ancient name is Babil, Babylon. And it had a previous name, Mesopotamia. Babil was known for its civilizations, nations. As-Sasaniyin, wal-Babiliyin, wal-Sumeriyin. These were all different nations. Where are they now? They were very powerful. Nebuchadnezzar, who was in Babel in Mesopotamia, he went to Palestine and destroyed the temple of Nabiullah Sulaiman, Solomon's temple in Palestine, in Jerusalem. Where's Nebuchadnezzar now? Nebuchadnezzar or Hammurabi or all these great emperors, they're all gone. So don't be proud. You, this country, that country, you have a strong economy now. You have a strong army now. Doesn't mean that you're invincible. You can hit this country and destroy that country and threaten to wipe out this country and nuke that other country, as we see some countries doing now. You will also be gone in history if your oppression remains. Thus, no country, no civilization, no nation should feel pride and arrogance and feel invincible and nothing can happen to them. As I mentioned in several lectures now, look at what we've witnessed for the past year and a half. A small virus that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Look at what it's done to our civilization, what it's done to nations and countries. It's destroyed economies. Tourism has stopped. Businesses have stopped. Stock market has plummeted. Now it's picking up. Many people were left jobless. Some people were left homeless. Thousands of companies announced bankruptcy. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people were laid off. They lost their jobs. Which sort of army? An army that cannot be seen with the naked eye. An invisible army. So this is possible. أفلا يرون أنا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها. So one meaning is nations. Other mufassirin say no, it's people. Generally people. Some people are arrogant as individuals, not as civilizations, not as nations. Some individuals feel arrogant, proud. All they think of is making money, having fun, and not worrying about the akhirah. The Quran says, وَلَقَدْ مَتَّعْنَا هَؤُلَاءِ بَلْ مَتَّعْنَا هَؤُلَاءِ وَآبَاءَهُمْ حَتَّى طَالَ عَلَيْهُمُ الْعُمُرُ. People before you, we gave them long lives. They enjoyed themselves in life. We gave them wealth. We gave them health. We gave them children. They lived in nice homes. But then what? حَتَّى طَالَ عَلَيْهُمُ الْعُمُرُ. They lived a long life. أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا أَفَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ. We took away civilizations, nations, individuals, kings, emperors, princes, princesses. They're all gone. No matter how much they enjoyed life and no matter how much they lived, No matter how influential they were in this life, we took them. They became dust. They were put inside the earth. They were buried and now they're gone. Do you think that you will stay? There were individuals more powerful than you. Civilizations and nations more powerful than you. What makes you think that you will survive? You will also go. So this is another meaning. Another meaning mentioned by some Mufassirin, of course in Al-Mizan and Al-Amthal, they disagree. They say that this meaning doesn't seem to be right. What is that? Allah is speaking to the people of Mecca, the mushrikeen of Quraysh and Mecca. It is telling them that we will come to the lands of mushrikeen and decrease them. Al-Ard, we will come to the earth, we will come to your lands, وَنَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا. We will come and decrease your lands from around you, from your sides. So some Mufassirin say Allah is speaking to the mushrikeen of Mecca. That do you think you're powerful? That you have power and wealth and money and lands? We will come to you, ya mushrikeen, and we will take away your lands all around you. And indeed, Rasulullah and his army, the army of Muslims, they came and they started taking land by land. Medina, Khaybar, At-Ta'if, the entire Arabian Peninsula, it came into the hands of Rasulullah and Muslims. In countries, Iraq, Bilad al-Sham, Syria, Lebanon, Jerusalem, Bayt al-Maqdis, Palestine, all of these lands surrounding, all these countries and nations surrounding the Arabian Peninsula, they were in the hands of the Muslims. نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا. We will decrease your lands, those that are surrounding you. Which means, أَفَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ. Do you think that you, Mecca, you will resist? You won't resist. You will also fall in the hands of Muslims. Of course, Mecca was one of the last cities to fall. Rasulullah and the Muslim army, they fought many battles and they were able to gain lots of lands and cities. But Mecca, it fell Am al-Fath, which was maybe a year or 2 years before the departure of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So do you think that you'll be able to resist? You won't resist. You will also fall to the hands of Muslims. This theory, this opinion has been rejected by some scholars from the school of thought of Ahlul Bayt. Why? Because they say this verse is Makkiyah, was revealed in Mecca, not in Medina. That means before the migration of Rasulullah to Medina. There were no battles, there were no wars. But the verse is saying, do you not see that we are decreasing your lands? We are coming to the sides. This couldn't be happening in Mecca because there were no battles when Rasulullah was still in Mecca. So it has to be saying something else. Another theory says that أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا. Do they not see that we will come to earth or the people of earth and decrease them from their sides? Decrease the people of earth. The verse is referring to the scholars, that we will take away your scholars. We will decrease the amount of scholars that you have. موت العلماء ننقصها من أطرافها. Punishment for people. أفهم الغالبون. It means we will take away your leaders, your great ones, your scholars, the ones who are making a difference, those who are leading your civilizations. We will take them away. Or simply al-ulama, scholars. We will take them away. And this is a tragedy. This is a disaster. This is a disaster when a alim leaves us. In a hadith, إذا مات العالم الفقيه ثلم. When a jurist, when a alim jurist dies, ثلم في الإسلام ثلمة. There will be a rift. There will be Islami ثلمة لا يسدها شيء. That will never be filled back. You cannot fill this rift. It's like a ship when it breaks. When there's a break in a ship, it sinks. There's nothing that can fill the gap in that ship. It breaks. موت العلماء. When a scholar dies, there's a rift. There's a gap. There's an emptiness that is left behind when a scholar leaves. We have to know the value of our scholars. There are some scholars, unfortunately, they are not valued. They are taken for granted. They are taken for granted. I see some scholars lecture and the mosque is empty. There's no one praying behind them. No one listening to their sermons. They're not valued. When do people realize the value of a scholar? When he's gone. When people come out and say, yes, subhanAllah, I knew this individual. I know what a great scholar is. Recently, several months ago, a scholar passed away in the United States of America. And he was living in Chicago. He was living in Chicago. No one knew the value of the scholar until he passed away. Until he died. Then everyone discovered that this person was a mujtahid, a alim. He has a certificate of ijtihad from one of the great scholars. And I heard that this scholar didn't take money from anyone. He didn't take money from anyone. He didn't accept money or gifts from people. He worked. He worked. He had to work to make his means of living. People didn't value him. If people valued such a scholar, he wouldn't have to go and work. People didn't benefit from his knowledge, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this is the case in many places. Scholars are valued once they go. People know their value once they leave us. When they're with us, we don't know their value. We don't know their worth. We don't know how much knowledge they carry. Ulama. Let us not be amongst the people that don't know the value of a scholar until they're gone. أَفَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّا نَأْتِي الْأَرْضَ نَنْقُصُهَا مِنْ أَطْرَافِهَا أَفَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ. There's a hadith, and this falls very appropriate with our recent commemoration of the martyrdom of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. There's a hadith that Abdullah ibn Umar, he recited this verse when Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam passed away, when Amir al-Mu'mineen was martyred at the hands of Ibn Muljam. He said, يا أمير المؤمنين لقد كنت الطرف الأكبر في العلم. You were the biggest side of knowledge. فلا يرون أننا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها. Do they not see that we will come to earth and decrease it from its sides? Abdullah ibn Umar says, you were the greatest side of knowledge. So if knowledge was put on a scale, the heavier side was the side of Ali ibn Abi Talib. أنت الطرف الأكبر. لقد كنت الطرف الأكبر في العلم. اليوم نقص علم الإسلام. Today, the knowledge of Islam has been decreased with the departure of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. اليوم نقص علم الإسلام ومضى ركن الإيمان. And the pillar of faith has gone. And this supports the meaning that ننقصها من أطرافها, we will decrease the sides of earth, or the people of earth, or the scholars. And this is a punishment for people. When we do bad, when civilizations do bad, Allah takes away the scholars. the achievers, those who contribute, those who achieve, those with scholastic achievement, those who carry scholarship, we will take them away. Scholars are a blessing. Their departure is wrath from Allah, not for the scholars themselves, but for the communities and the civilizations and the nations that they live in. We're ingrateful when we don't show gratitude. Allah takes away our scholars away from us. I ask Allah to protect our scholars and to preserve them for us. Hence, ننقصها من أطرافها ذهاب العلماء. And there's a tradition in Al-Kafi عن علي بن الحسين الإمام زين العابدين يقول إنه يسخي نفسي في سرعة الموت والقتل فينا أولم يروا أننا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها. And then he said هو ذهاب العلماء. We will decrease the earth from its sides. We will decrease the people of earth, their population from its sides. It's the scholars. Why would scholars be considered taraf, the sides? You know, the sides of your homes are what? Your walls. What do your walls do for you? They raise your roof. They hold a roof above your head. They protect you. It's the walls that protect you. Without the walls, we'll be exposed. People will see us. It is our walls that protect us from people's glances, and they protect us from burglars, and they protect us from enemies trying to come in. They protect us from the heat of the sun and the cold of the winter, the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter. They protect us from high winds and dust and sandstorms. Walls, they're the sides. Scholars are sides. This could be a meaning. ننقصها من أطرافها. You know, I've seen in Hajj, during Tawaf, when a group of women, or with a caravan, with a group, they come into Tawaf, there's men that hold the sides, that guard the sides for the group of females to perform their Tawaf without anyone interrupting them or harming them, for protection. Our scholars protect us. Did we not see several years ago here in Iraq, when Daesh, when ISIS wanted to take over the land and take over our shrines, blessed shrines, these two shrines, and to wipe out these cities, the followers of Ahl Bayt, wipe them out from the face of this earth? Who protected us? Was it not the scholars? Was it not the Maraja? Did they not protect us with their fatwa and with their resilience? And they protected us, they protected the shrines, they protected Shi'ism, they protected the followers of Ahl Bayt. أولا يرون أن نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها أفهم الغالبون. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان.
Karbala is the home to Imam Hussein alayhi salam as well as Imam Hussein TV. Millions come to Karbala every year and we bring Karbala to millions. Imam Hussein Media Group is a crowd-funded project that does not generate any sales or profits. That's right, we do not make any money or profits, but solely rely on your generous donations to help bring you Karbala. Imam Hussein Media Group is looking for flag bearers, donors and supporters to help. We are looking for 1,000 people to donate just £14 a month in honor of the 14 infallibles. With the help of our 1,000 partners, Imam Hussein TV 3 can maintain its monthly costs as well as continuing to spread this sacred message. So many of our viewers depend on us in order to learn, understand and connect with the Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Of everyone to facilitate and finance Imam Hussein alayhi salam to enter everyone's home. Become a partner now by going on www.imamhussein3.tv/donate, or alternatively call us or WhatsApp us on +44 939 917 163 or +964 774 067 1837. Imam Hussein TV, your gateway to Karbala.
تهدمت تهدمت تهدمت